Yeah.
You don't even need a history for him to get upset with you. The first time I ever played a game with Wings of Virginia, actually, Kyle and Woody, you were both there. This was like, what, 8 years ago now, where we were playing Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
And we were playing Domination, and our team was thrashing them. We were up, like, the games were played to 200. I'm not sure if you played that game, but it was like 180 to like 40 or something ridiculous. We were thrashing them. And I was really close to my kill streak, and we had them pinned in the spawn. And I'm like, I'm just going to run in there and shoot a few people, get my score streak, and then get a few kills with it before the end of the game. I get up, run into their spawn, kill a couple people. Someone spawns behind Wings, who's in his general tactic, camping behind something, like head glitching out and getting pop, 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 you know. And he gets shot from behind, and he starts screaming like, "Who the fuck ruined the spawn trap? Who the fuck is Mercadurka? Who the fuck is Mercadurka?" Just screaming. And at this point, like, I'm like, I don't know these guys well enough. Like, I know Kyle and Woody. Like, I feel like they'll back me up. And then, of course, you know, at the time, Wings was the biggest channel of all of us. And so everybody was kind of giving their respects of like, yeah, that was Taylor. He shouldn't have done that. And I was like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean anything by it. He's like, well, you fucked it up. I almost had a nuke. I was 22 kill or whatever the fuck he was
Taylor's
saying. It was
like 15 at this point.
This is like 8 years ago, so I'm like 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it was the most angry I've ever heard anyone in any game for any reason, and we won handily by a lot. And so I don't know. It was just like an eye-opening thing of like, wow, this guy really gives a fuck.
I had a group
and then
of people...
he as soon as that happened, removed me from his friends list and wanted me kicked from the group.
Oh, that was it, huh? You were thrown out to the wolves for that offense, yeah?
Yeah, that was it. I think I was on his friends list for what? How long was that game? 20 minutes?
You're the original Gustavo.
He gets really angry. Like, I've noticed in a lot of the compilations too, when he starts streaming people to mess with him and make him angry, we'll go stream snipe him. So they'll watch his gameplay, find out where he's spawning, and then just constantly screw with him, and it drives him up a wall. Maybe I'm not familiar enough with Twitch, but couldn't he delay his stream a little bit so that's not like an issue? It seems like
we'll see. That would work if he were the type of player who like moved around the map and like moved from position to position.
Very static.
But he finds one location that's ideal for sitting right here, hiding, so only his eyes can be seen. And there's a good flow of enemies running past that he can pick off one by one. And so people are just like, oh, I'll chunk a grenade over there. And he's dead. And he's like, fuck! And he goes right back to those barrels. And 30 seconds later, another grenade comes out of nowhere and blows him up again. And so, rage quit. Just rage quit. He can rage quit faster than any human being alive.
He doesn't get enough shit for that. He brags about his KD constantly. It dashboards every bad game. And if you're not familiar with this, if you exit the game normally, then that game counts towards your accumulated statistics. If you dashboard, then that game just never happened. And he does it all the time, which in itself is kind of bad. Like, you wouldn't want a teammate who did that. But he does it so much that his stats are now fake. He's not a 3KD player. You can't dashboard that often and then brag about your KD.
So he's basically like the low tier god of first-person shooters. Like he's a guy that if he's even starting to lose a little bit or getting a little on tilt, will automatically just jump.
Yeah, he likes to pub stomp, basically. Like he's a pub stomper. So he'll go and he's very good at Call of Duty. Not taking that away from him. He's very good. Mm-hmm. But he likes the game the way he likes to play it.
Well, yeah, I mean, he may be very good at it, but God, he seems to hate it so much. Like, I've never heard him say a positive thing about it while I've watched these compilations or the stream that I happen to watch. He hated it.
Were there any like outlying questions, Jim, that you had about